actually played a game, and I don't know if you did or not, but where do you stand on, basically seeing yourself in a video game without the conversation?
Well, I'll just put it this way. There's no way you can tell me that a guy who is 6'3", from Georgia, has my skin tone, and wears my uniform, has my number, is not me on a video game.
Right.
When he lines up in the same place, there's no way you can tell me that. And so that rubs me wrong. But now the way we go about it, whether that's canceling the game or finding compensation, you need to look into that. Right now my job is to be a student athlete at Georgia. And so that's someone else's job. But they need to look at it and they need to figure it out because it's not right. That's a great question because it's actually changing, and as a lot of pointed attention has gone on the fact that student athletes have gone unheard in some things, the ability for the student athlete to speak up and be heard is growing, and I think the fact that it's growing is a positive, and that we need to keep leveraging that voice to get more and more influence.
Is it exciting for you because it's autonomy camp where it asks there to be athletes with voting rights? How excited are you for that?
I'm extremely excited, but I'd also like to be cautious that we as student athletes don't think we know what every student athlete wants, and that we still continue to go out and pull these student athletes and find out what they really do think.
How much of that did you do when you were doing the sections?
Tons. There are tons of conference calls, tons of emails, tons of going different places and meeting with student athletes, but it's difficult when people don't know that you're their outlet to get that information. Sometimes they don't know where to go with it.
You said earlier that you heard from some people about your short film. Did you hear from anybody involved in the original Star Wars? Either legalese or George Lucas?
I didn't really want to hear from someone from the original Star Wars because that might have been a cease and desist or a lawsuit. So I was kind of glad that we didn't hear from. But no, we haven't heard from anyone from the original. We have heard from LucasArts themselves in the form of Twitter. They have tweeted us and followed us and looked at our program and stuff. And so that's been cool, but nothing more than that.
Do you have any aspirations to be in NCAA leadership or after, once you get into your career?
I've thought about that a lot, and a lot of people have asked me, do you want to be an administrator or do something in NCAA just because of the experience? And like, hey, you'd be like one of the youngest ones. And I'm like, yeah. I do love working with athletes. I do love looking out for other people and, well-being, but I think the longer you're away from being a student athlete, the less you know about what they really want and need. I think being a student athlete, being in the trenches, being in contact with those people every day, I think that makes you more of an effective leader doing those things. And so, maybe that's something down the road, and maybe it's not for me.
One last question.